Hey, how's it going everyone? Welcome to another video, and today we are going to be taking a look at the Vast60. This is a keyboard that went on group buy about a month and a half ago. I ordered it on March 30th and it came about 4 days ago. And I'm basically just going to be doing a review on it. So anyways, let's get into it. Let me cover the specs really quick before we get into the rest of the video. So again, this is a 60% keyboard. It is gasket mounted, made of all anodized aluminum. I built this up with lubed and filmed alpacas, Duroc V2 stabilizers, lubed and holy modded, and Novel Keys purple blue on white keycaps, which by the way, I made a review on these. And if you're looking at this escape key right here, I made a review on that too, so go check those out because I need watch time. Anyways, I got the blue version here. It came in 4 colors, E-black, E-white, blue, and red. I went with the blue as you see here. It's more of an aquamarine, you can see in the camera. Hopefully it picks up the color good. And 2 of the main selling points of this keyboard is that it has interchangeable top parts to change the layout of your keyboard. So as you see here, I have the windkeyless version, but at the time of the group buy, you could choose to not have the blockers and maybe just have it perfectly normal standard around. Or you can have HHKB layout with blockers on both sides, or even a 1 blocker if you want an arrow key layout. And also, it is compatible with any standard 6-pin PCB. Here, I bought my own separate PCB. I got the ANC, or ANC, from Canon Keys. This keyboard comes with 2 layers of foam, one between the PCB and plate, and one on the bottom of the case. I found these didn't do much, and honestly, it was pretty hollow stock. Let's go through this quick sound test to see how that sounds. Not a fan of it, I'm being completely honest. So we're gonna be doing some modding to fix that up, and by modding, it's we're gonna be adding paper towel to the case. Yes, you heard me right. We're going to be adding layers of paper towel into the case itself to hopefully reduce any hollowness or change the sound profile. You're probably wondering, why paper towel? Of all things you could put in this case, why do you choose paper towel? Well, you see, I'm a poor man and I do not have money to buy those fancy foams that cost like $5. Anyways, that's what I had on hand. Paper towel, no foam. So I'm going to go over that real quick. Once you flip over the board, you're greeted with a really cool looking design on the bottom. Okay, so we'll get more in depth about anode quality, case, design, all of that. But for now, I'm just going to unscrew all 6 screws and get to putting the paper towel inside the case. Also taking a look at the gasket implementation and plate. Alright, so we opened it up, and now we have just the main build, the main parts that you need to build the case. So we have the top piece, the bottom case, where most of the heft is from, and the main part itself, the entire configuration, you can say. We get the plate, PCB, stabilizer, switches, and keycaps. And like I said, comes with bottom foam. Very thin, though. That's why it still had a lot of hollowness. It's still nice that they included this. Alright, so now let's get to the paper towel mod. It's honestly just so weird thinking about filling a few $100 worth of keyboard with paper towel because it didn't sound good without paper towel. Man. Now we got the plate configuration. I have the gaskets here. I put the gaskets on the plate. Big mistake on me, because now if I ever want to cut some extra plates, different materials to test out the sounds, I need to buy new gaskets for that. So for any gasket mount really, you should always put the gaskets on the case parts instead of on the plate. Now let me put back the other foam. So this means we have the included foam and some paper towel in there. Paper towel. Now we're gonna make sure to align the USB port with the USB area on the side here, and hopefully we can get it in. And there we go. Now we got that in. Now let's put the top part on. Very cool. And now let's flip it back over and screw it back in. By the way, of course, always put the rubber feet on before you build your keyboard. I didn't get any recording of me actually building the keyboard, so I'm kind of just going through it again now. But yeah, always put the rubber feet so you don't scuff anything up on your keyboard. Alright, we're finally done with that. Now flip it back over, and let's see how it sounds when you add paper towel into a keyboard. much better, way better actually. Like, I don't understand, it just sounds way better now. It sounds stockier, it sounds much nicer, it just sounds better. They got rid of all that crazy amounts of hollowness. I'm going to be uploading a typing test video of this keyboard, which you might be thinking, why would I want to watch that? I've already watched this typing test video. Well, I'm going to be comparing 3 different switches in that video. Alright, so it looks all good, it sounds all good now. How about the typing feel? How does it feel? It's a gasket mount keyboard. You expect it to have a soft, maybe bouncy typing experience. If I'm honest, I feel like it is a bit too compressed, but I don't think that's a bad thing, because it's all preference in the end. If you like a more softer feel, or maybe you want a solid bottom out without it being too bouncy. I personally like a harder bottom out, which is why I really like this. Obviously, it's not as harsh as the tray mount, which I had in my GK61. It's a much more pleasant bottom out. Some people, myself included, like the harder typing experience, and that's why I really like this. Alright, now let's get on to the build quality, aesthetics, design, everything like that. Right off the bat, I really like the way this looks. Fully built. I love the way the keycaps go with the build. The keyboard has a really rounded design. You can see that there's basically no sharp corners. Now for the ano quality itself, it's good. It's good. You're paying $160. You can't complain. On the outside, when it's fully built, it's flawless. There's nothing you see at all other than something super minor. You can see that is not lighting. That is a small little blemish, but no big deal, honestly. There is one pretty big blemish on the inside of the case. Again, you don't see it at all. Not even really when building it, because it's on the top case, but it's not noticeable. Again, you don't see it at all. And for the price, you can't really complain. Now, to one thing that honestly does disappoint me slightly about this keyboard is that the port, USB port, I think is slightly off from where it should be, or there should be a little more room, because if you didn't notice, the right side has a bigger gap between the keycaps and the case than the left side, as you can see. Now that doesn't seem like a big deal until the keycaps are rubbing against the case. It's only really on the right control and right alt keys, and sometimes on the escape key if I don't like move it a ton. Like if I just build it really quick, just slide it in and put the top case on, escape key starts rubbing, tab key starts rubbing, caps lock starts rubbing. It's really annoying. And then the control and alt keys I literally can't fix because it doesn't have a daughter board. The USB port is fixed right there. Yeah, that right there, slightly disappointing. It might just be my PCB problem, maybe something with the plate, not sure. Now to my final topic that I want to discuss in this video is just VastLab themselves and how the group I went, which fortunately I have very good things to say about this because the group I went super smoothly. Only a month and a half fulfillment time for a full aluminum board like this is honestly super quick. I ordered this on March 30th and it came like a month and a half later, and it went super smoothly. We were getting constant updates, pictures, etc. Abbb, the person running the whole group I, gave a ton of info. He really tried to like make it as good as possible. So I definitely recommend you go check out their stuff, their Discord server. I'm probably gonna leave it in the description. Can't say enough good about that, the group I experience. But yeah, I think that'll wrap it up. Everything that I have will be in the description, as well as the review for these keycaps. I'll leave a link to the sound test where I compare different switches on this. Hope you consider subscribing or liking, as I am still sort of new to YouTube. Will greatly appreciate it if you did that. But yeah, have a good day. Goodbye.